Very superstitious, writing on the wall. Very superstitious, ladder's about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, the good things are in your past. But if you believe in things you don't understand, and then you suffer, 'cause superstition ain't the way. Very superstitious, wash your face and hands, rid me of my problem, do all that you can. Keep me in a daydream, keep me going strong. You don't have to save me, as sad as my soul. 'Cause when you believe in things you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Very superstitious, nothing more to say. Very superstitious, the devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, the good things are in your past. If you believe in things you don't understand, you believe in things you don't understand, then you suffer, we all suffer. Superstition's not the way. Thank you, Matt Midland. Matt Midland! Woo! Hey, now. Hey, babies. Oh, Aretha's here. The dogs are here today. Yeah, the dogs are here. Come here, baby. So a right Baroque, for fuck's sake, with many thanks to Susan Owen for actually managing to get me out of my bad mood this morning and give me an idea exactly what I wanted to do. You see, I knew it was Stevie Wonder's birthday on Friday. He's my idol. We all know that. But then I wanted to also manage a way of rapping Stevie Wonder's fantastic, and the first song I ever heard of his, actually, and rap what he knew to be the truth, which is that people who act like medieval lunatics in some kind of, hoogity boogity, oh, superstitious, oh, I don't believe that, oh, it's a black cat, oh my God. Well, guess what? They ruin all our lives, not just their own. And we're here again, aren't we? We're fucking here again, for fuck's sake. And when I say we're here again, I would just like to mention, I would just like to share with you something that Matt actually found today about a pediatric doctor in New York. Shame the fuck on him who wrote this. This is about the vaccine right now, the COVID vaccine. There is something being passed from people who are shot up with this poison to others who have not gotten the shot, said Larry Polevsky, a New York pediatrician and anti-vaxxer. On a separate live stream, they should also have a badge, he said, on their arms that say, I've been vaccinated, even though it's not a vaccine really, so that we know to avoid them on the street, not go near them anywhere in society. Well, Larry, I don't even know what I would like to wish you. It's that bad, but I worry for those children is all I can say. I'm sorry. This is a man of science. This is a doctor. Now, I've just discovered a few of my musician friends who are also anti-vaxxers, and I almost lost my mind because it's like, I'm sorry, what? What? Then I read about people who are actually scientists, I mean, they have the knowledge. This is a doctor. This is a person who understands vaccinations. It's because it's not the old style vaccination where you put a bit of it in you. This is a new thing. But bollocks to you, mate. Bollocks. This is outrageous. I mean, come on. It's like we didn't have Darwin. It's like we're, the day, we don't behead and torture and burn and stone. And, oh, God, we do, don't we? We still do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we fucking do. All right, then, we don't leech and do those we do that too. We do that. We do that. We do the hot things. I had them the other day in my hands. All right, so we don't dunk witches. We just let them sing at the piano and sing and do a stream twice a week. There's no doubt the duck would have won if that would have been me, I swear to God. But it's just, you know what I'm saying. For fuck's sake. It's outrageous what's going on. And anyway, I'm so glad that I could rap that message that Stevie knew all those years ago and why he wrote the song Superstition. I'm so glad that I could wrap that around that magnificent man and thank him so much and celebrate him and his birthday. I kind of think it worked in a weird Baroque, for fuck's sake, liaison dangereuse, draftsman contract. You know what it reminds me of? Is that wonderful film with Olivia Colman. God, good God, is she amazing. The Favourite. Can somebody please have me do the music for some fantastic costume drama, just so that I can look at the costumes, wear the costume, borrow the costumes, and all that shit. Oh, your thing's gone down, Matt. The thing just stopped. Anyway, no, it's all good as long as it's not a problem. Fine. So moving on. Apart from the shame on you bit. So it's been a weird turn of events in the last week. Thank God for Stevie of Wonder, who saved my life as a kid, that I could actually, pull that one out. But last night, I came back. I was actually having a lunch with the fabulous bestie, Julia Fordham, woo! And who will be on, for fuck's sake, very soon. Oh, yes, indeed, in a conversation with. Anyway, she gets a phone call. Topanga's on fire, they say. Well, not quite Topanga, but there's a giant bushfire. There is a fire up in the Santa Monica Mountains, and it's up in the Palisades, and you could see the plume. Do you have that photograph, Matt? You can see the plumes when I came, plume de ma tante. You can see the plumes coming up out of the top of the mountains, and there's the Pacific Ocean kind of going, I cannot save you. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry, I'm down here. I'm the ocean. I can't help. So anyway, and there it is, and it's so close, so far, and it's so near and yet so far away from help. And they're the buzzy helicopters dropping the water. And then there's the sea. There's an irony there, isn't there? Anyway, I think has it stopped? Is it under control? Sort of. And here we go again. Fucking anti-vaxxers. And add to that, I'm a ranter today. I'm ranting. Add to that, the police already know that it is an arsonist. It's an arsonist. And it's either somebody who just wants to go, fuck you, everyone, or it's somebody who wants to put the fire out. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Either way, what the fuck is going on? So, of course, I had to sing this song. Of course I have to sing this song, because when else do you get a chance to actually put fire and sea and water and smoke together? So here is that fantastic rock classic. You know what I'm going to do. Yes, it is, in fact, smoke on the water. Oh, but not harpsichord. That would kill me. Matt, you could have told me, mate. What the fuck? It was your fault. No, it wasn't. Oh. Ah. Doing well. They all came down to Montreux on the Lake Geneva shoreline to make records with a mobile, and they didn't have that much time. And Frank Zappa and the Mothers were at the best place around, but some stupid fool with a flare gun went and burned the place right to the ground, and all I saw was smoke on the water, fire in the sky. I saw smoke on the water. I saw They burned down the gambling house, and it died with a terrible sound. Claude was running in and out, pulling kids straight out of the ground. When it was all over, they had to find another place, but a Swiss time, it was running out. They thought that they would lose the race, and all I saw was smoke on the water, a fire in the sky. I saw smoke on the water. I saw I saw smoke. I saw smoke. I saw smoke. I saw smoke on the water, a fire in the sky. I saw smoke on the water. I saw, whoa, and I saw, It's my audience of one, people. Oh, yeah. I wish you could see the dog. If you can kind of see the dog, there she is. The thing is, all my dogs, you know, Doris Day, Victor, and the cat, Duke, all of them, when I start singing, and I don't take this as an insult anymore, Matt, I really don't. When I start singing, they fall asleep. I'm not going to take this as an insult. But I'm going to send that song out to all the people over there in the mountains, because I tell you, it's like it's fucking arse, and it's just shitting stupid thing to do. I mean, it's you know, all I know is that God obviously likes really high-end clothes and good shopping, because last night it rained, and that's almost an act of God trying to save the great shops, the very high-end shops of the Pacific Palisades. So I'm just putting that one out there. That's all, Matt. Anyway, anywho. Let me see who's got in here. Oh, MG Cairns. Vincent, hello. Leland, oh, darling. Hey, that was on fire. There you go. I know. Truly, truly. Yeah, they're all content. Your bird Petey doesn't fall asleep. No, I think the songbirds and birds anyway in general. Hey, Dave Blankhorn. Woo! I think that the birds stay up because it's like they're vibing with the singing. I think that's what it is, isn't it? Really. But as far as the dogs are concerned, either they're thinking, oh God, it's just like this noise in the background, but it's like white noise puts me to sleep, or they are actually. In fact, I take it as a compliment because when they listen to classical music, they pass out. This is Pam and I have this. This is the way that we actually get to calm them down. Just chuck on some bloody, Daphnis and Chloe, a little bit of Debussy, and they're out cold. Anyway, onwards. So, I'm glad you're watching, Leland. I'm so glad because I'm just about to talk about this fantastic thing that Leland sent me. Now, here's the up end. I'm going to leave you on an up. When the fuck did that happen? Anyway, I'm going to leave you on it up because Leland and I got together because we've prepared something unbelievably special for you for Wednesday's show. I'm going to tell you more about that after this next song. It's special. It's from the heart. It's everything that makes life worth living. Anyway, but a fan of Lee's, or someone Lee knows, sent him a photograph to get to me, and you'll see why. Do you have that photo? Matt, it's fantastic. And all I can say is that remember how I wrote Second Hand Sexbot about the loneliest man on earth who was so sex-starved and didn't know what to do and didn't have enough money to buy a brand new sexbot. So what the who? He went on Craigslist and got a second-hand one. Fair enough. What could be wrong with that? And there was I, kind of in a sort of, condescending sort of like, oh, God, imagine the mileage, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out he was in the zeitgeist of the movement at the moment. That's two words put into one there, the movement. And he was the zeitgeist. He was in that. He was there because it turns out that according to Denver, the Denver Dolls Company, according to them, they have, for the first time ever, they have reliable, safe, clean, and what's the other word they've got there? Discreet. Thank you. So that's the most important word I think of all. How can a sex doll be discreet? I don't know. Maybe when you're carrying her in, she doesn't just one stiff, or carrying her in a box. I'm not sure, but she's discreet. And they're sex dolls, and they can be rented. And I think it also says they're clean, doesn't it?
They're realistic.
Yeah.
And they're clean and professional. Yeah, Denver Doll Limited.
I'm sorry. Professional, clean, and discreet. Well, I don't even know what a professional doll would look like, and I don't clean. Well, there's, we'll think. I'd like to see that for myself. Thank you very much. How about an unrealistic doll? How about it if it just looked like, the purple dinosaur or something? You see, there, I think they've got a point. It is a realistic doll, but what as? Anyway, the thing that I love about this photograph is it's got that reclining girl that you see, the woman that you see on the back, on the mud flaps quality of trucks in America. And it just screams high-end to me. But anyway, Denver Dolls Limited, that all sounds very good. And all it made me do, of course, is it made me just want to get in touch with that bloke who's satisfying himself with his second-hand sex bot and just say, I'm so sorry. Man, you started a movement. You are a renaissance man. So, Lee, thanks so much for that, for getting me that photograph. You know what's coming. I have to do this song. I have to. And, oh, that's nice. Kevin Albinder, the person that has to clean them must have the worst job in the world. Anatomically correct Barney. Thank you, Leland. Wouldn't that be? They didn't say what it's realistic of, did they? They didn't say anything. It could be any fucking thing on the planet. It doesn't say that it's a woman. Love that. They turned up with a Barney. Trying to have sex with that. Anyway, it should be good. Which brings me to the next topic, which is plushies and whatever the other thing's called, where people get furries and plushies. Anyway, it's another subject altogether. For your viewing pleasure and your listening pleasure, here is, of course, Second Hand Sexbot. Can I have some applause? Yeah. Here we go. I'm a man and I have certain needs. Well, love my home, love my wife and my family. Don't have looks, don't have smile, and my smile's bent. I admit I don't shine in that department, so I went and I looked up the prices. Silicone, silly man, acting like a boy. We're in love and she's more than just a toy. I've got a second-hand Sexbot living in my house. A second-hand Sexbot living in my house, living in my house. No. In the park where I sit and I pose her, no one knows her, people stare, she's quite a thing to see. Well, okay, so her mouth never closes, I smell the roses, just the way I make her look at me. After food we might take in a movie, she holds my hand if it's something scary. Well, I don't mind if my wife wants to join us, 'cause we're like family, me and my second-hand Sexbot living in my house. A second-hand Sexbot living in my house, living in my house. Ooh, oh. She's got 1,000 miles up on her clock, but I don't mind, 'cause she's been inspected, disinfected, so there's peace of mind. And it's pure again, so when I'm in the feeling, well, it's more than fine. And when we're done, we're overcome. I really think I hear her trying to tell me, oh, yes, you know I almost love you. Yes, you know I almost love you. I'm a man and I have certain needs. Well, told my wife from the start I would never leave her. And I'd say on the whole she's relieved that I don't leave for a breathing kind of woman. So you see, she's secure knowing I'm always stable, watching there from behind our kitchen table. Well, funny thing, how the silence is a big plus. From now on, it's just the three of us. Oh. It's just the three of us. I got a second-hand Sexbot. I've got a second-hand Sexbot. I've got a second-hand Sexbot. I've got a second-hand second-hand Sexbot. I got a second-hand Sexbot. I've got a second-hand second-hand Sexbot. Second-hand Sexbot living in my house, living in my house. I feel like I was like in front of the movement. I think I was ahead of it. I think that maybe I started it. I don't know. Woo! Is all I can say, and then feedback. What a joy. You know, I forget sometimes what a pervert I am when it comes to, not pervert, but how twisted I am in my lyrics writing. But I must say, I do love singing that song because of the lyrics they're so, you want to get them. Oh, thank you so much, Sue Flood. I love you, Stephanie. Pedro, darling. But I really want you to hear those words because they're, and I flubbed a few. But I have to say, in the park where I sit and I pose her, no one knows her. People stare. She's quite a thing to see. Okay, so her mouth never closes. I smell the roses just the way I make her look at me. I'm sorry. That means so much to me that came out. That means the world because because it makes me smile every time I sing it. If anybody asks what is it that makes you happy about lyric writing, it's a moment like that where it's just makes me smile every single time I sing it. But anyway, I hope it makes you smile hearing it. I hope it entertains you like it entertains me. It's great when we all are entertained by other people's sadness and loneliness. I think it's a really nice, wonderful thing. But I mean, it's everything. We're all in the shitter, aren't we? We're all in the shitter. We're all struggling. And I just love, and there's also this HBO show. Why isn't Second Hand Sexbot on that? I want to know. I want a letter from HBO. Dear Mr. HBO, I'm very angry that you didn't use Second Hand Sexbot. Anyway, it's a Ray Romano who I love, and he's in this show about, and he spends most of his time with, I think it is with a sex toy or a sex doll or a sex bot, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I just heard about it, and anyway, so please listen to my song. Anyway, one of these days. But God knows, I just look forward to the time I can make a video to go with that song. Oh yes, because don't laugh. I'd like to play the bloke. Anyway, that being said. That was it for today's For Fuck's Sake. I thought it went incredibly well considering I couldn't get my sorry ass out of bed. I think I was actually having reaction allergies, as we were saying, to the smoke. I do hope that all those people up there are going to be okay. I'm sure they are, but here we go. Now, that is Sunday's For Fuck's Sake, my loves. I'm going to check out some of your... Oh, thank you, Dave Blankhorn. Thank you. Oh... It's true. No, it's not actually that. Yeah, Pedro, you are so insensitive. That's Richard Thompson that did the guitar solo. But if you're going to choose between two guitar gods, I would say Richard Thompson and Blankhorn are. These are they are ridiculous guitar gods. Dave Blankhorn, who's on with us right now, you all know, did a solo on September that actually makes me cry. It's that beautiful. But Davis, you are extraordinary, Dave. But anyway, but you're not Richard Thompson. Oh, Pedro. God, how insensitive. Anyway, speaking of Pedro, darling Pedro, the next show is going to be a bit of a throwback. It's going to be a throwback on the road to the first tour that I did with my guys, with Leland and Pedro, on the bus together, on the Black Stallion with John, the driver, who called Pedro, literally like that. It was just terrifying. Vulgarian, the kind that I love in life, and just wonderful man. And we had such fun. And I think what made it such fun, of course, was taking a friend, a colleague, an inspiration, and a gourd, a giant yam on the road as our mascot, Yammy. And Wednesday, we're going to celebrate the life, the loves, the music, the passing, the wisdom of Yammy, ending with a true Viking funeral for him in the front garden. I'm hoping the dogs haven't dug him up yet. Anyway, it's something that I have long wanted to share with you. We're going to do it. Lee came over. We got it together. We shall remember those times. They were glorious, and I can only just sit here and think, fucking hell, that was... Oh, God, that was so good. I hope I get to do that again. Anyway, so that's what you've got to look forward to. That's what's coming Wednesday. Come on, you can't miss that. Believe me, you're in for a big surprise, ladies and men. This is a good one. But in the meantime, let me say a shout. Yay! Yeah, me. Yeah, indeed. Becky, Pedro. Yes. Chris Graham, there you are, darling. Pedro wasn't shaving then. Pedro, I have a photograph of Pedro. Pedro was shaving at 2 years old, okay? He's a very swarthy man. He's a very hairy, you don't mind me saying that, Pedro, but you are. Dark and stunning and gorgeous and all that shit. Between him and Lee, I've got the hairiest, and then me, you know, there's more hair on that bus. I mean, how any of the drains weren't clogged, I don't know. Anyway, we are a hairy bunch. But we did... Pedro was very young in those days, and so we bought him. I think it was what was it? Was it Miss? Was it Miss Portugal? I think it was Miss Portugal 2014 that Leland made for him, like a sash and a tiny little children's crown, like a Barbie crown and a thing. I've got a great photograph. I mean, that's what I mean. I know it doesn't translate well, but man, the fun we've had on on the road is so much that it's allowed me to say the word man without hating myself, and indescribable. But I think Yummy is the top of the top. So we're going to share that with you, and I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing your reaction to that. In the meantime, Miss Lisbon, darling, there you go. Save it. I'm not showing it until next time. Miss Lisbon. Oh God, it was so great. So fucking great. I love these guys so much. So I'm saving it, Miss Lisbon. Pedro's hair is getting its own zip code, quite frankly. I think he's having to buy an extra seat for it if he ever flies again. It'll have to be an extra seat just to put the hair in. But it looks great. I'm all about the hair. Big hair's a good thing. Big hair's good. So, no, you will see that photo and it's a joy. But if I get the release forms from Pedro signed in time, I will show you that. But in the meantime, it's all sorts of topics today, but basically it's joy, it's rant, it's fun, it's love, it's all the rest of it. But thank you so much for what I think had a bit of a Baroque start to it, and it kind of ended in a bit of a Baroque vibe, as Second Hand Sexbot is also very pompous and classical. So my guys, ignore people like that idiot, that pediatric doctor who, I'm sorry, don't, I almost forgotten Matt. I'm sorry about that. Ignore that. You keep getting the vax and you keep masking where you have to, or if you feel more relaxed doing that, and just be very careful, because guess what? We're still traveling to India and back. And in the meantime, as I'm trying to breathe, take good care of yourselves, and thank you once again for joining me, your hostess with the most Baroqueness. If it ain't Baroque, thank you. Judith Owen saying, a right Baroque Sunday. For fuck's sake, take good care of yourselves, guys. Love you so much. Mwah. I'm going to do, you know what I'm going out on? There you go. A second-hand sexbot living in my house. A second-hand sexbot